Hey, this is Josh Snyder and welcome to SnyderPro Flips, Tips, and Tricks. I got ripped off. I fell for one of the biggest scams out there for buying and selling online. And here's why. Stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back. As I said, my name is Josh Snyder. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to jump right to the point, and the discussion of today is online scams for buying and selling. I got scammed a few weeks back. I almost hate to make a video about it because I fell right into this common trap. And when I say common, I mean I've seen it over and over again just in the last 4 or 5 months that I've been experimenting with online reselling. Let me explain. So I'm doing a $1,500 6-month challenge where I'm taking 6 months of time keeping track of how I invest $1,500 and seeing how much money I can just accumulate by buying and reselling products online or in person, like Facebook Marketplace. Great place because it's a local area. You can drop stuff off. You save shipping costs if you can market a lot of things in your local area. Anyway, there's been quite a few scams that I've seen come through my door just in the last 3 months of experimenting with online selling and reselling, and the last few weeks of me starting this $1,500 challenge. This first one was pretty obvious. This guy came through and he said, hey, I'd like to buy this. He wanted me to go off of eBay, send me the money for it. First, he gave me his personal information, which is a first bad sign. Don't ever sell to somebody who's giving you personal information like their phone number or email so that you can reach out to them off of eBay or off of OfferUp. Most of the time, probably 99.9% of the time, it's a scam. It's not because their eBay isn't letting them use their account through eBay. It's not because OfferUp's not actually processing their card, and so it's more convenient for them to send you money or to receive money off of these sites. It's because they want to rip you off. So eBay wouldn't be tracking that he paid for it, and his excuse was eBay wasn't letting him use their services. And so I would send him the product. He would come back and say, no, I didn't receive it, and pull the money back from PayPal that he sent to me because PayPal holds funds, especially for newer people. They'll hold the funds, and they have like a guarantee that, you know, if there's some wrong transaction made, the person who sent them can pull them back. I don't know all the ins and outs of all that, but I know that this man was obviously trying to scam me. So I dropped that on its head. I didn't fall for it. A really common one, I'll just put it out there before I get to the one that I fell for. The common one is where a person will sell an item, they will list the item at a really, really discounted price. Like nothing wrong with it. Selling for somebody else, they might even say, call me or email me at, and let's talk. And often you will email them and they will seem legit. They'll send this like long thought out paragraph of how awesome their $1,500 2010 truck is. And then you will PayPal them the money so that they can drop it off to you because they don't have the money to drop it off. So you PayPal them the money apparently because they're in the next state over, and they will drop the truck off or the product. They can't ship the product without some funds to ship it. So you will PayPal them the money or Cash App them the money over, and
you will never see that money again.
So that's a very common one. If you see somebody selling something and listing their number saying, hey, call me, I can't use PayPal or eBay's sources to sell you this, please personally contact me. It is a scam. Report the post. Not allowed, especially on eBay. eBay doesn't like that, mainly because they don't get the fees that they collect for, they don't make their money if people were allowed to do that. But most of the time, it's a scam. So anyway, coming down to the scam I fell for. And looking back, I feel like an idiot, and maybe I shouldn't even make this video because you guys will think I am an idiot. And I'm very ignorant to some things, so I'm hoping to learn and grow as we go forward and look back and laugh on my mistakes. So anyway, there was this iPhone X that had a crack in the back of it, listed on OfferUp. And they said, everything works, it's unlocked, has a big crack in the back, and $200. And I'm like, wow, $200, iPhone X? I thought that sounded like a pretty good deal. They didn't list a number to say, hey, call me off of this number and let's talk or anything like that. So I reached out to them and said, hey, is this still available? And I should say they were selling it for $250. I offered $200. You know, sometimes when people are trying to get rid of something that they don't want to use, they'll go low. you know, and that's a real thing. Like, you can get good deals out there. That's, you know, if it's a good deal, doesn't mean it's necessarily fake. But this one was, and here's how I had to find out the hard way. They initially came straight out of the gate, and let me just read you what they said. This person, who apparently his name is Connor from Georgia, from Atlanta, Georgia, has the iPhone X still sitting for sale. And it has a, you know, a big crack in the back of it and stuff. But other than that, you know, the front looks good, and apparently it all works. So I'm like, well, maybe they're just trying to get rid of it because they don't want it. So anyway, I said, I'd like to purchase it for $200. Would you take $200? They said, Apple Pay or Cash App. My OfferUp wallet doesn't work. That was pretty straightforward. I didn't think much of it right off the bat. And so I replied, Cash App. And then I started asking some questions about the phone. They replied, he or she replied, you know, nothing wrong with it. You know, it's unlocked and things like that. Then they dropped their Cash App. And then right after that, they asked, what's your address so I can send it to you? And things like that. So, I mean, they were replying. They didn't seem robotic. It seemed like a genuine person. And so I sent over the $200 through their Cash App. And the person replied and said, I will go to the post office around 9 a.m. And I said, cool. Hit me up with the tracking number when you send it. I said, all right, sounds good. Didn't hear back from them. It'd been a week later, and I said, hey, were you able to send the phone? And nothing. They'd been active, they seen the messages, but no reply. I got ripped off. My mistake was going off of OfferUp to the point where I can't prove to OfferUp that I paid for this product that probably doesn't even exist. It probably got sold a long time ago, and he or she is using pictures to bait people into sending them money, and I fell for it. So anyway, if you see or have gone through something like this, learn from the mistake. Understand there are people out there just wanting to rip you off. If you're a scammer and you're watching this, you suck. If you put as much effort into a real job as you did scamming people, you probably make more than you are trying to make now. This person got an easy $200 off of this ignorant person. But I'm not ignorant anymore. So I hope that this video has helped. Maybe if you are going through a place in your life where somebody's trying to reach out to you for something like this, shut it off. You know, maybe report the profile or something like that. I hope we can learn and grow together. I thank you for watching. Drop your comments, your feedback. If you've ever been ripped off, list your story out. I kind of like hearing these stories just so I can see all the different aspects of what people are using, trying to scam people who are trying to have an honest side hustle buying and selling online. Or maybe you might be doing it full time and you've gone through a lot of different things like I've listed today. Feel free to drop any other thoughts, comments, or questions. I would love to answer and be of help or encouragement in your side hustle journey. Thank you for joining me, and have a good day.